Hello from Sweden and welcome to this Akashic reading with messages from Atlantis. And I have prepared 3 different piles with oracle cards. The one that you feel the most drawn to will be your reading today. We're also using different tarot decks in each of the piles. So we have pile number 1 with this card. We have pile number 2 with this card. And we have pile number 3 with this card. Okay, this is the options for today's reading. If you need more time, you can pause the video. Otherwise, you can scroll down to the comment section where you will find your timestamps. And I will see you guys in your sub-readings. Hello, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. So, messages from Atlantis and Akashic Reading. Let's just dive right into it. You felt drawn to this beautiful blue card with the lovers. It also says unite, desire, cherish, and caress. So let's put it here in the corner and let's just prepare the first part of your reading. And we're going to do that by taking one significator card from this tarot deck, a couple of more tarot cards from your main deck, and then we're going to take one card each from these smaller decks. And these 2 decks are my own, which you can get on my website nordicl.com with free worldwide shipping. Okay, and then also I have prepared a couple of oracle cards that we're also going to take. But we're going to start with this. So one significator card, and then we're just going to dive into channeling the messages. The Akashic reading, channeling Akasha. It's an energetic field, almost like a library that contains all the information about our souls, about our path, past, present, and future. So we can find out many things about that. And Atlantis, as you know, is a civilization that existed long time ago. One of the first ones here on Earth, where a lot of star seeds and angelic beings started their incarnations here on Earth. Yeah. Okay. So cards. Yeah, cards are flying here today. And then we're going to take one card each from these. Really felt like I needed to clear my voice a lot before I started. So you have the blue here. Could be that you're carrying some kind of wound, something unhealed in your throat chakra, which has to do with your authenticity. So yeah, that was just the first message. Okay, let's just dive into it here. Wow, we have authority with the Emperor. Okay. We have 5 of Wands. Yeah, you're definitely carrying a wound from Atlantis. This is if this is where you started your incarnations here on Earth. You came down, as a starseed, as an angelic being, as a light being, maybe even, and you came here to Earth. So this would be kind of your first wound, and you come from a place with the lovers here. You come from you have a very high soul vibration. And you came from a place where there was love, where there was unity, where there was just nice, just like unconditional love. And then it was very difficult for you to experience the separation from God almost, or from source energy, or whatever you want to call it. It was very hard for you with authority here. 5 of Wands, you're definitely carrying a wound from what happened in Atlantis. And what happened in Atlantis was that, darker forces took over. Greed started to develop in certain souls, and there was a golden age also. Atlantis had a golden age, which was beautiful. We had crystal temples and dolphins and unicorns and and priests and priestesses, and there was a community full of love and healing and all these things, but that was the golden age. But then it became corrupt. So this really talks about the corruption that happened and how it affected you. And I think, could be that you have some problem with authoritative figures. This is really a trigger for you, because I feel like authority here has nothing to do with you. This is almost like being shut out of a community. There are certain places where almost like you're not allowed to enter, even in this lifetime. It sounds so strange, but like something is like, almost like there's doors that are shut in front of you. And people may be misunderstanding you is a common thing, you being misunderstood. Or it could even be something that has to do with some envy or jealousy, because you're very pure in your energy. You come from pure love light. Yeah, pure love light, unity. Unity heart, I hear. But yeah, so this is like, so this was difficult, this was the first separation. This was when your own ego also got created, and what got created out of this pain of all these harsh energies that corrupted the society, that corrupted souls. And you saw maybe friends or neighbors in Atlantis turn kind of like, you saw how their ego got created and how people turned to greed and started kind of misusing their powers. So I really think like one of your core traumas or soul wounds has to do with the misuse of power, and also very authoritative figures that I think, triggers you. Yeah, like people that try to control or manipulate. It's like you're allergic against people like that. So I keep feeling like we were shut out of the society somehow, because you didn't want to. You stayed, I almost like you stayed pure. Now I feel like I want to cry, but like something, you stayed pure. You didn't get corrupted, but like almost everybody else did, and the ones they couldn't like corrupt, they were like shunned out of the communities. Like what I'm getting, like, so something being like shunned out. Is it called shun out? I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right, or if that's the right word. But it's like almost like you got. You had to go, you couldn't live in the city, you had to go live in, like, almost like live in the mountains alone, or with the other people that, like, kind of didn't want to follow the new regime, the new leader, the new leaders of Atlantis, which once again, I feel like they became corrupt, yeah. And this was the start of the fall of Atlantis. So I see you there in the mountain, I see you there, like, and you're worried also because you see your friends and neighbors, and because you come from a place of love, you still have love and compassion for all. So you see, it's like you're watching everything happen in front of your eyes, and it's like heartbreaking for you because you can't save them. Wow, so this was my reading. I feel like I'm getting like touched, so that is like a sign, if you start crying when you listen to reading, that's a sign that it resonates. So okay, let's see what else you got. You couldn't save them. So the wheel, we have Wheel of Fortune. Look at your sisters here. Yeah. So that you were definitely, you have a very strong connection to Atlantis, actually, pile number one. And, at that time, we lived longer than 100 years. I don't know. So maybe you were 3,000 years. I see you like, I just get the message like our lifespan was so much longer. So you lived through the golden age, and you have very great memories. But also, you went through the whole cycle, the wheel here, you went through the whole cycle of the golden age, the start of the corruption, the fall. So yeah, this is like a big thing, actually. This is your first wound. This is your core spiritual wound, and the place where your first like human traumas and suffering started to create. Ace of Wands. Yeah, look at the cat here. Something with you walking your own path, and you walking kind of like away. I feel like you were trying to warn people and tell them like, okay, this is not good. This is not good for us. This is not good. But it's like almost like they didn't listen to you. People turned their back to you because it was very... the power was just too alluring almost, it's like, wow, we got all this power and we can do this and we can do that, and this is like how people started to misuse their power. But it's like you said, like this, I feel like this is not good. And something with you getting separated from your brothers and sisters. Yeah, I keep feeling like, look at the cat. We have the sisterhood here, and they're all happy. They're all happy because even here, 5 of Wands, you know, they're all holding hands. You know, they're all happy. See here, they're performing the rites and ceremonies and things like that. They're all happy, but it's like, you know, this is not good. So Ace of Wands kind of shows like, okay, I need to like go, and maybe I have to go by myself. So look at the, this, just because we have the cat here, something with you walking off alone and like kind of taking a step back from society. And this could also be something that you do kind of today, because it's kind of like ingrained in your roots. Like when things goes to hell, you know, and I don't want to be a part of it, like you detach. You detach and you kind of watch from far away. And I feel like you wanted to save them, but you couldn't. And every time I say that, I feel sad. And I feel like, I wouldn't say guilt maybe, but I feel like, not trust. I think sadness is the right word. Yeah, I just feel sad, like that I couldn't like save them, or so Atlantis sank, you know, and yeah, this was like, I see you really tried. They didn't listen to you, like something like they didn't listen to you. This is the voice. Yeah, I was coughing so much before I started reading. I was like, what's going on with my voice? So something with your voice, and I think maybe today it's like, even if this is not healed, you are struggling with your authenticity and speaking your truth, and like people misunderstanding you, people not believing in you, people not listening to you, people not believing in your, you know, maybe you have a hard time talking about your spiritual side and, you know, get people to understand you, understand your view and things like this. And so this is because it's a core wound. It could be that in spiritual communities, because this is like a very spiritual wound, in spiritual communities could also be that you have a lot of karmic people that cross your path. You have problem with spiritual teachers, maybe there could be envy, there could be like not feeling included, there could be just difficulty, but also, you know, there are going to be many people that you cross paths with in the spiritual communities, or, you know, you don't even have to be in the spiritual communities to cross paths with these people. There's also very healing moments with brothers and sisters from Atlantis, and it's gonna be like a lot of release when you meet these people. So that's also like very, very good. Yeah, it's all very sad in some way, because, you know, the way it sank. Yeah, I feel like you're carrying this sadness, like a sea of sadness almost, and you just wanted to belong, and you just wanted to kind of do what is right. Yeah, and because you had a very high and clear and pure connection, it was never lost. You never lost your connection. The world, the world, one of your things that's very important for your soul's healing, that soul wound. The first soul wound that God created here on earth, almost, we can say the Atlantis wound, is to leave your mark on the world and like do some healing. I feel like some of you have been carrying some kind of guilt and like always feeling like you need to help. Like some of you can be more on the people pleasing side, or like always wanting like kind of to help, and this comes from that soul wound. Like you want to, but it also comes from a very pure place, because you are a very pure soul with a very, you know, loving heart, the unity heart. I keep hearing unity heart. I don't know what that means, but yeah, unity heart. So very big heart here. And you come from, I wouldn't even say you come from unconditional love. You have a love vibration of unconditional love. This is your soul vibration. It is unconditional love, you know. So you have, yeah, soul vibration, love vibration, unconditional love, unity heart. Yeah, this is the words that I'm getting. So the world here, and yeah, you want to save the world. You want to save people. You want good to happen. You want to do what's best. But it could also be that you have like anger and frustration against authorical people in control, political people, and people that trigger this wound. It can be like you're still like burning here with fire because you're angry that they manipulate. Your manipulation and like bullies and narcissists and psychopaths and political leaders, and just like people that are in like an authorical position and that uses it to bully other people is like a big time trigger for you. And it's okay that it is, because you have a wound that we talked about here. longing. Yeah, once again, you know, you something with you. I don't know why you're alone. Why are you alone? Because we have unity here, and you know, we have the masculine and the femme. Look at this blue. I love it. They're so strong. Color. The color is so strong on these cards. You know, look at this beautiful blue. So yeah, unity. You have someone here. I think for some of you, you have a twin flame. Not for all of you, of course, but for some of you, you have a twin flame, and this person is like the one person that gets you. The one person that, you know, you speak the same language, and yeah, you speak the same language. Things are easy, you know. Twin flames are never easy. Yeah, I just have to say that. Yeah, it's very difficult, but yeah, one thing is easy, is the connection is easy. The spiritual connection with a twin flame is super easy. This is where we connect, you know. The communication flows easy, and then something happens when you're in the same room as your twin flame, something spiritual, but something also human happens, where all your wounds comes up to the surface. All your shadow is not in the shadows. Your shadow is like, you know, your twin flame turns you inside out, so everything is like all your wounds are on the outside. But yeah, so longing here anyway, twin flame or not. Something with you, I don't know, I feel like you're alone, or you feel alone, or but this loneliness. I come to, whoa, okay. I knew this was my pile. Yeah. When I saw this card, I was like, this is gonna be my pile. Yeah, I think it's the wound, is like that you were, I don't know, shun out. Once again, I don't know if that's the word, like a word that you got like not included, and they didn't trust your gifts and your abilities. And I do think you are a soul, you know. You come from, you're a different type of soul. There's not so many souls like you, pile number one. And this is all, you know, this is also why you see things a little bit differently, and why you have access to a little bit maybe higher knowledge, or like clearer knowledge, or something is just like a little bit different with your soul. And yeah, it made it hard. It made it hard, and you're longing for connection. You're longing, like something with longing for connection, longing for intimacy, longing for love, longing for that unconditional love. But it could be like a lot of things in the way that are unhealed here, that makes it hard, you know. Yeah, that closes your heart, that makes you maybe angry or sad, or makes you detach, or it makes you just feel misunderstood. And but something with the world here makes me think you're still like out there trying to help people, or trying to heal, or trying to do your best. Like you have a calling, and you have a thing, and it's pretty strong, I would say. Toxic. Look at this, toxic. And South Node, past lifetimes, you got this unfinished business. Yeah, so this is, you know, Atlantis. You have got a baggage from Atlantis, your karmic past. There's unfinished business. There is soul wounds. Yeah, there is soul wounds, toxic soul wounds. Look at this. These two cards were perfect. So yeah. I think, you know, you're gonna something. Yeah, I think one of the strongest thing for you is that you're gonna face people with big egos. Yeah, I think that's like your lesson to somehow. I think the biggest soul lesson for you is to be able to forgive, and to be able to love the most horrible people and souls on earth, which is not easy. Yeah, very difficult. So lesson, but it's completely possible. Also, you have it in you very strong, you know, but you lived so many lifetimes, you know. Maybe there is a gap between the true you, the soul you, and, you know, who you are today, the human you, with all the accumulated lifetimes piled up and upon each other, all the hurts and pains and beliefs and belief systems, and I don't know, all these things piled up upon each other. But for the ones who have unlocked their true self, which I think this card symbolizes, you're very powerful. You can, you know, you will be able to listen to my voice. Okay, let me take a cup of my tea. A sip of my tea. Your voice is so powerful. Your voice is so important. This is like the lesson also, because we're not just supposed to say like, oh, yeah, this person hurt me. Oh, I forgive them, you know. No, it has to come from power. It has to come from, okay, I have integrity. You can't do this to me. I have healthy boundaries and things like this. But it's like this balance where we can say no from a very loving place, but also a very powerful place, where we don't allow people to hurt us in any way with their words, with their energy, with their actions, you know. So this is a whole thing that you're learning, and it's like, it's so a little bit entangled, everything, because it's such an old soul wound. It's like your first one, you know. South Node just moved into Virgo, and this could be helping you. So you can check out where you have your South Node. I have my South Node in Virgo in the 9th house. 9th house is a very spiritual house, and I just when Virgo moved into the South Node in my 9th house, you know, I had a spiritual teacher coming up, and this was like somebody I really thought was like great, which turned out to be not so great, actually. Yeah, somehow I triggered them, and then all of a sudden they started to project all these weird things, and this was a very uncomfortable experience. But yeah, then I learned like, okay, you know, I should just like not expect, just because you're a spiritual teacher, that you can, that you are like, that you won't get triggered. Yeah, I also got a little bit humbled. I was thinking, maybe that could happen to me as well. So like, stay humble. But yeah. Anyways, with that said, I wanted to say, and we talked about that, yeah, I think you're going to be triggered by a lot of people that are like in authorical places, or that you put in on an authorical place somehow. And but with the South Node moving into Virgo, I want you almost to check which house it's moving into, because it could be like something is coming up right now that has to do with this soul wound, because your whole life is based on your whole life is based on this soul wound, because this was the first wound, you know. This is a big part of your ego and your pain body, and all the lifetimes, the thousands and thousands of lifetimes that follow after that, whatever you haven't healed connected to this soul wound, you kept experiencing the same experiences, you know. So it's all like this big ball, yeah, this big ball of yarn, you know. Everything is like, woo, like this. So something just tells me it's important, yeah, to maybe check that out. Intention. Okay, we got a Buddha, we got a portal. And the heart, look at this. Heart will open the path. Okay, let's put that there. We have fun, orange calcite. Yeah, I think like one of the big things for you is also to belong again. To belong, to feel loved. There are beautiful brothers and sisters on your path that you're meant to heal this wound with and help. Yeah, you weren't the only one, you know. This happened to this happened to a lot of souls. It wasn't just you, you know. So there are people that are experience the same soul wound. Also, you know, all of you listening to this reading, if it resonates with you, this is your reading, you know. So we were all, and Atlantis was big, so I don't know how many people lived there, but say like 1 million. Or I don't know, I have no idea actually. So say like 10% like said like, no, we don't want this. And so there are like something with connecting with like-minded people, the world. You are definitely healing. You are a part of the light troop, like the light, the brotherhood of the brother sisterhood of light. You're a part of that. But the mission is, you know, to love darkness to death. This sounds so strange maybe, but because love is the only thing that can ultimately heal. Love vibration is the only thing that can ultimately heal and awaken souls that are very on the darker sides. And even the Buddha here shows that, you know. Buddha was full of love. Yeah, full of love, disenlightened, you know. And the heart, look how the heart pierces through the darkness. The connection and then piercing through the darkness. Fun. You should reach out. There are kindred spirits out there, and I feel like it's coming through the reading so much. And I know many of you, I have to say, I'm very happy. And I know, of course, I don't respond to all the comments, but you know, I feel the warmth through your comments. You know, I read them all actually, and I feel the warmth through them, and I feel like we are connected. Yeah, I feel like many of us really are connected. And it's very nice, you know, to know that there are also people like you. There are compassionate, that are soft, that won't get triggered if you're in the same room and don't start like projecting onto you and things like that. So your heart is the key. Your heart is so important, and not to lose that purity and to work through this. What is it that makes you pissed off here with the toxic here, the toxic controllative, manipulative person, you know? This could be, you know, you could be incarnated. You could have these people in your family. Like I said, this is a soul wound, so it's been piled up on each other. So you probably have like karma with these type of people. Like probably, you know, 5, 6, 7 of these people has crossed your path this lifetime. That really like triggers you, and they're really acting like misusing their power and really acting like a-holes almost. Yeah. So this is your path. This is, you got this. Yeah, this is the unfinished business. So, you know, you smile and you take care of it, because you're way too powerful to get stuck here. Yeah, you're way too powerful. You are ready for more. Your career is growing and blossoming. Now is the time to make the changes you have been contemplating, and fun. Yeah. So it's really time to let go of that soul wound now. And maybe it sounds like it's been like forever, because we talk about Atlantis, which the time of Atlantis was forever. And why have you been carrying this for so long? Egypt was also very important for you. For many of you, you discontinued into Egypt. Yeah. So Egypt also, many of you are carrying strong karmas from Egypt as well. But anyways, and Peru also shows here. Wow, I'm getting all this. Yeah, Peru, Inca, Maya, the jungle. Yeah, I'm also getting that. But anyways, there are soul sisters and soul brothers that wants to connect with you. Yeah, I really feel that. So be open for that, and don't throw everybody under the bus. I don't know if that's right way of saying it either. But don't like dismiss everybody just because you have bad experiences with people. Yeah, because you're ready for more. You're ready, and there are people, there are kindred spirit out there. They will get you. They will get you. They will love you, and you will love each other. You will heal together. You will have fun. And you will laugh, and maybe you will travel around the world, and you know, heal places. I see you healing places or collecting knowledge, lost knowledge. I see the crystal skulls of Atlantis, you know, that is supposedly meant to have a lot of knowledge in them. So something with like going on a treasure hunt to find places and energetically like reactivate them is what I hear. So yeah, so the world, yeah, look at the world here. You will be traveling with these people, and I think, you know, even it could be that you're not in the same country, yeah, as these people. So maybe you will connect in the comment section. I don't know. But maybe you are not. I think you're not. Many of you are not in the same country. Yeah. 11 messages in the numbers. Yeah, 11 awakening. Yeah, but this just makes me feel like okay, I'm getting a message here actually. Look at the almost godlike figure here. And this almost looks like Atlantis with the water and the exotic picture here. So something with it wasn't God's plan. Like whatever happened in Atlantis, it was in the higher plan, or it wasn't wrong, at least, you know, it wasn't wrong. It was just something, it just feels like something with letting it go. Something with letting go, and something will make sense for you is also what I hear. Something will make sense for you. This is just a soul wound. When you have transformed the soul wound, you will almost get back a piece that you lost of your own vibration, that will make things open up and make it will make sense for you. Everything will make sense for you. 11, and seeing 11 is a big number for you. This really shows how aligned you are, spiritual alignment, and also you are an original starseed light being, angelic being. So yeah, you already know that as well. Honor the cycles and nature's wisdom. Yeah, it's time to heal. It is time to heal. I keep feeling like you should reach out to certain people, and maybe, you know, you're going to be called to go on a trip somewhere, like a spiritual retreat to Egypt, Israel, Peru, Bali, India, Nepal, Tibet. I don't know where, but it's like somehow it feels like important that you do that. You need there's deep healing here that needs to be done, and I think like something, it's like you need to get out of your cave to heal. You need to get out of your cave to heal, because you've done a lot of healing by yourself, but we also heal in the connection with other people. And the thing for you is, you know, your biggest wound here is the detachment, and you going off alone, and you having to handle yourself, and you feeling not like you don't belong, you feeling misunderstood, you feeling like people are misusing their power, you seeing everything going to hell, and all these things, you know. So it's like you it could be that you're comfortable with like staying in your corner, whilst there's a very important part in your healing journey to connect and reconnect and to forgive and to love and to be intimate with people and to trust and all these things. Yeah. To have fun. You are ready for more. Yeah, to have fun again. Okay, pile number 1. I think we're gonna stop here. This was your reading. If you want to share your story in the comment section, please feel free to do so. Either way, pile 1, I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. So messages from Atlantis, an Akashic reading. You felt drawn to this card. Let's see what we have here behind the tape. And we have messenger, proclaim, guide, announce, and counsel. Okay, so let's put it here in the corner. Look how she's channeling here. Channeling the message, sharing it here, open hands, healing hands, channeling the message, sharing it, standing here on top so everybody can get this very important message. So yeah, you came here with a message. Pile number 2. I also see that you worked in crystal temples in Atlantis. Yeah, I see you being like you channel the energy down into the crystal temples. So crystal priest or crystal priestess is coming up very strong here. Okay, let's just start your reading. Yeah, we're gonna prepare the first half, which we're gonna do by taking one significator card from this tarot deck, a couple of more tarot cards from your main deck. We're gonna take one card each from these smaller decks, and these 2 decks are my own, which you can get with free worldwide shipping on my website nordicl.com. And then we're also gonna take some oracle cards at the end, which I have prepared yesterday. So let's put that over there. So one significator card, messages from Atlantis. And you know, Atlantis was this lost civilization. It was this big civilization, a lot of star seed, angelic beings. This is where we kind of, most of us started our journey. And there was a golden age of Atlantis. And then we had, you know, dark influences coming into Atlantis, which created a lot of corruption, a lot of misuse of power, and eventually it caused the sinking and the destruction and sinking of Atlantis. So yeah, so many of us carrying a lot of spiritual wounds from Atlantis, but a lot of also memories. We have a lot of gifts and abilities that are connected somehow to Atlantis, or the loss of gifts and abilities. And an Akashic reading, you know, Akasha is the energetic field. It's kind of like a library where we can channel everything that happened in the past, present, and the future. It contains all the information about our soul and, you know, the whole universe actually. So if we can tap into the Akashic records, we can channel anything. So let's see here. That's it, I think. Okay. New beginnings, the Fool. Wow, this is interesting because we did a reading, Who Are You? Seen from the Eyes of Your Spirit Guides, just a couple of readings ago. And in pile number 1, we had the Fool, and I said, like a fool, you enter the world. So yeah, new beginnings. And look at this, she's stepping on the world. Like a fool, you came down to the world. And I'm not saying like a fool, like a stupid person, but the fool is also, you know, the vibration of zero. It's the nothingness. You came here like you were carrying none of the burdens of being a human. You came here pure and clean and clear, like a guide. Many of you are definitely angelic incarnates. You don't have to be, but some of you are definitely with the wings here. Yeah, you came here, you are a message, you came here with a mission, that's for sure. New beginning, but you also with a new beginning, you came here also to experience Earth and to experience, you maybe didn't even know what to expect because I heard none of us did, but yeah, I think we're gonna do more cards. Three of Swords, wow. Your heart was broken when Atlantis sank. Yeah, you definitely were at Atlantis in the moment when it sank. Some of you drowned. Some of you are scared of water. Some of you are scared of the water. Yeah, water boats, being in a boat, being in water. I don't know, it could be not all of you, definitely not all of you, but some of you did like drown, and it was, you're scared of losing things as well. You're scared of losing things, family, pets maybe. Maybe you're scared of the weather. Maybe, you know, you have a trauma connected to things going like wrong because the weather is creating it. Maybe you're scared of war and power. So it could be that you have a wound like this. I don't think all of you have this, but I think some of you definitely have this. Three of Swords. We have Six of Pentacles. We have Seven of Wands. Wow, you were little bit similar message as pile number one. Yeah, you were fighting here for I think, you know, I'm getting like a message. Let's do one more card. Knight of Swords. I wonder if you came later. Yeah, it sounds strange, like almost like you came as a help. So I'm gonna go with this message, but I guess because I'm getting like a new message here. So what happened here? Atlantis started to get corrupted. People started to misuse their power. There were dark influences in the galaxy that got interested of Atlantis. So they started coming down here to Earth. And even the souls here on Earth, they also, you know, the ego started to create, and everything changed, you know, everything started to change. So somehow you were sent down here. Somehow you were sent down here to help them mend their hearts. With the Six of Pentacles is the server, you know. This is this somebody supporting, somebody is helping, and you were sent down here with a message of love and light and unity, but also something else. And I cannot pinpoint what this message is, but you have pile number two. You have something, and I'm getting goosebumps on my arms. You have a message to the world, and you have not fulfilled this mission yet. And it's ingrained and it's lodged kind of like within your energy. When you open up, we see a triangle here. Why is a triangle important? That's funny because I saw a triangle in my meditation just the other day, and I was like, what's this? So yeah, something with the triangle here. And it connects almost look at it like the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra. So I'm just gonna say it. When the third eye, crown chakra, and throat chakra creates a triangle, even how strange that sounds, you will unlock the message which you came down here to Earth to give the souls. So you are a strong messenger, you are a strong channeler, and you have a very strong mission. Everything, your whole reason for being here is about this. And I'm laughing because it's funny because, you know, you've been like, I wouldn't say forced, but kind of like you had to go through all this misery almost. You had to go through so many lifetimes, maybe, you know, thousands and thousands of lifetimes here, just because of this one message that you're gonna give. But it's a big message, you know. So the one lifetime where this is gonna be unlocked, maybe it's this lifetime, it's going to be very powerful. You will know the lifetime, which lifetime it is, because you're gonna be very spiritually inclined that lifetime. And this is like You already had many spiritual lifetimes. I see you as a saint. So you had a lot of purpose. You had like a, like I said also in the other reading, you know, who are you seen from the eyes of your spirit guys? Can't remember which pile, but I think pile 1, yeah. Maybe you should check that one, pile 1. Somehow they seem to connect it. So anyways, you have left a lot of footprints already on the world. Like many lifetimes you had spiritual messengers. I see like you're connected to Joan d'Arc. Joan d'Arc. Yeah, Archangel Michael. A lot of angelic souls in pile number 2. Yeah, a lot of angelic souls. So you come down here, 6, 7 of Wands. And you're, look at that, 7 of Wands. Knight of Swords attacks the 7 of Wands here. 7 of Wands is protecting themselves. It's so clear here. Look at this. Knight of Swords like, oh, and you're like, no, you know. So, you are doing your best, and you have been doing your best, but you have changed the world and affected human beings in many powerful ways throughout many lifetimes. And you've also been a complete human in many lifetimes, where you have been stuck in your karma and in the darkness and suffering and all these things. It came with a job. Yeah, it came with a job, you know, because you have to be human to be able to do this. Yeah, you are human. You are an angelic messenger, or starseed messenger, even if I think there's a lot of angelic souls here, or like starseed messenger or light being messenger. You came here, but you're giving the message as a human, so you have to become human, and then you have to like do this. But there's like almost like everything is leading up to this one big ass message. Sorry for swearing. So, but this one big message, and it's like it hasn't like unlocked yet. You came, it was. And I feel like a little bit frustration, because when you came down as a fool, yeah, you came down as a fool, you know, with a fool here. And you're like, yeah, this is not a problem. And then you came down and you're like, what is this? Because you haven't been on a planet like Earth before. And, you know, even if at times of Atlantis, we were very high vibrational still, you know, and we all had, most of us, we had big gifts and things like this. We have nothing now almost, or we are getting back many gifts and things, but not as we had at the time of Atlantis and, you know, early times of Egypt and Inca, Maya and Hawaii, and, you know, all these ancient civilizations around the world, you know, really ancient one. We had a lot of gifts still. So, but you came down and you were like, you were so powerful, and you were so surprised that you lost your powers. Oh, I want to cry. Something with like you lost your powers when you came to Earth, and it was heartbreaking. Because you couldn't help the way that you wanted. So you were overwhelmed, because the other ones, they had been here for longer than you know. So it's like you were overthrown, or you couldn't help the way that you wanted. And something with losing your gifts here. It's so sad. Yeah, you lost your gifts. It's sad, and I think like almost like you've been walking through lifetimes. I keep getting up like a very important lifetime where you were a saint, and I'm getting Joan d'Arc. I don't think you were Joan d'Arc, of course, you know. Of course we are not, especially not all of us. So, but yeah, and no, Joan d'Arc, the soul is not. It's not still. That soul is not here on Earth anymore. I just heard. So, but anyways, you know, similar soul. There are many saints. Something with the saintlyhood, saint life, or you are a saint, or you're meant to become a saint. I don't know, but something with sainthood, saintlyhood. I see you in a church as well. I see you as a monk in a church, in the Christian church. I see you praying a lot. I see you writing scriptures. So you have like spiritual books that you have written. You're a strong spiritual seeker, very strong spiritual seekers here in Pile 2. I want to, I don't know what I want to do. I really like this energy, yeah. So let's see what else we got here. Closeness and distance. And the heart here. The boat, the bridge. Yeah, you are a bridge. You're meant to become a bridge. You know, look at the messenger here. I am the bridge. I am the bridge. I will bridge darkness and light. You will bridge the dark. This is your mission. Wow, this is strong. Yeah, you will bridge the darkness and light. Because duality is such a big thing. Duality got created here, you know. Light is good. Darkness is bad, you know. So and this is duality, this is separation. But when we go into the real truth, or the ultimate truth, you know, there's no dark or there's no lightness. There are just expressions of the same energy. So there's no hate, or there's no separation. So something with you being the bridge, Yeah, you being the bridge here. You have a very narrow path, pile number 2, and you had a very specific path. And sometimes you just had lifetimes where you just were wasting time because, you know, the world wasn't ready, the time wasn't here, and you were also learning things, you know. And it's not a waste of time because it's almost like, okay, I'm here on Earth. Let's learn how it is to be a human. Okay, human suffers. Let's suffer a little bit. Okay, humans, they experience success. Okay, let's be a little bit successful. Okay, as a human, I can experience this. Okay, let's experience this. So you had like a lot of experiences, and you are part of the Earth, but you're not of the Earth, like they say. Yeah, so I feel like even all your lifetimes that you had, it's like you couldn't, you don't fit in. Yeah, pile 2, you just don't fit in. You just don't fit in. You see things so differently. You have a different perspective on things. And I wonder where you have your, like, Neptune. Yeah, I'm wondering, I see your your astrological chart. Where do you have Mercury? Mercury is about communication. Gemini. Yeah, I'm just curious. Like, because something with your communication style is different. The way you think is different. The way you communicate is different. The way you see things is different. And you always stand up for the, you will stand up for the one who is in need. Yeah, okay. Let's see what else we got. 222. The purpose. Yeah. You came here with a very strong purpose. Keep the faith. You're here to balance. 222. You are the bridge. Yeah. 222. You are the bridge. Divine timing. 222 is also connected to divine timing. Standing strong. Balance, harmony, trust, positive attitude. Yeah. You will balance energy. You are definitely an alchemist of darkness and light. And you are a very powerful healer as well. It's like you balance energies. You have a very strong energy awareness, I think. Pile number 2. Pile 2. Did I say 1? I think 2. Release. You need to, I think one thing that's a little bit more on the negative side here is that you have a tendency to carry things that are not yours. And this is also the soul type that you are, because you have a very powerful energy. People are going to be drawn to you. And because also you have a very strong helping energy. You have a maybe a little bit hard to not take on things that are not yours. So energetically, it feels like you carry things that are not yours and that you don't need to do. So look at this. We have the wings here, angelic wings. We have the wings here, like almost like flap your wings and release yourself of other people's energies and things. This is not your mission. You're here to be something more powerful than to transform individual energies and to carry their burden. Because we cannot transform somebody else's pain and suffering. They have to do it themselves. We can give them temporary release, but the biggest healing comes from within. You know, we have to heal the root cause to why we are reacting to certain thoughts and emotions, and release the lodged emotions and thoughts that are within us, you know. So this is temporary release if kind of you take it from somebody else. So you I keep feeling like I keep hearing you are the bridge. When you are ready, you will activate the I keep seeing the triangle. This is channeling. Yeah, you will the triangle, like you will channel down something here through the crown chakra, through the third eye, and through the voice it will come. You will say something, you will share. It could be a teaching coming out of you. The teaching of spiritual teaching maybe, but yeah, it has to be spiritual. Can't be something else. And this will bring peace, and this will bring awakening, and this will mend the separation, the duality here. So yeah, definitely spiritual messenger. Pile number 2. This was the whole reason why you came here. Yeah. All the rest was a bonus. All the lifetimes that you had. Bliss. Wow. Many of you, look at this. Many of you have strong Kundalini awakenings, because Kundalini is a part of the enlightenment process. Even if in Buddhistic traditions they don't talk about Kundalini, it's still a part of it. Yeah. So bliss, yeah, the state of bliss. You don't worry about anybody. Pile number 2, you don't have to worry about anybody but yourself. When you are ready and activated, you will help the way you came here to help, and you will help in such a powerful way. Yeah. self-love. Self-love, yeah, coming back to your original vibration, because like I said, you lived so many lifetimes here now. Why do I say wasting time? I keep saying like you're wasting your time. You kept yourself busy with this lifetimes and that lifetimes and all these dramas and all these experiences, because in the end it doesn't matter. In the end, all these experiences doesn't matter. I'm not trying to minimize your life. I'm just trying to talk from this higher perspective, like completely detached from you as a human. Your personality, your experiences, everything is detached here. Just seeing you as this spiritual tool, as this spiritual pure soul with one mission only, the big mission, the big purpose, why you came here. And the rest, you know, it's not important, but it's just like this is what they really want to like talk about. Look at this, bliss and self-love. This is when you are activated, when you are like pure, or I keep saying activated, and I don't even know what that means, but I think, you know, that means when you have gone through the spiritual rebirth and found, you know, you have awakened to the highest state almost. Yeah, bliss is in your life, your self-love here. This is when you are ready. This is when you will step up and share your voice with the world. Yeah, wow. Okay, we got a confirmation. Yes, you are correct. So yeah, this is what's gonna happen. Yes, you are correct. This is too funny. You have listened to your inner guidance and made a wise choice. Keep moving forward. Yeah, but I felt like this was just like, yes, you are correct. Everything you're saying here is correct. So let's not make it something else. Alchemical mutation. Look at this. You came down as an angel. You became human, you know, and now you will ascend as an angel. You will ascend as an angel. Like I keep hearing like sainthood, something with sainthood, saints. Scriptures. I keep seeing this monk in the church, like you know, writing scripture. Writing like some. There's some book out there that you wrote, and yeah, some book written by a monk, or some book written by a monk is important. I don't know. Be fluid. And the last card here is life purpose. The purpose, life purpose. Wow. This is so clear message. Life purpose. Yeah, you came with one mission only. We have a number 17 here, and we're gonna read just because I know it's going to be good. Yeah, so we have this book, Angel Numbers 101, and let's read number 17. The angels applaud you for staying positive and optimistic. They say that your optimism is warranted as your affirmative thoughts are coming true. Keep up the good work as you are on the right path. So it seems that you are on the right path and that you are aligned. Pile number 2. Be fluid. I think you need to relax a little bit. Something with like you relaxing a little bit more and not making your life so difficult for yourself. The more you practice self-love and the more you are just present in the now. Something with practicing self-love, practicing surrender, being more fluid, being more flexible. And like smile, look at smiling here, and just like something with letting go of some struggle. I feel like you're holding on to some struggle, and it's like almost making it more difficult. Yeah, release. And I do think, you know, most of your problems is because you are an alchemist. You're a natural alchemist. So you're picking up on so much from your surrounding, and also you have a very nice energy. So many people are like latching onto you. You have excess in your energy. You have past colleagues and friends that you let go of. They're still in your energy, like because they think about you, or something like some of you are still feeding people that you have let go of maybe a long time ago. And you can know this by when they are showing up in your mind, when you start having conversations with people from the past, or when people, any person pops up in your head over and over and over again under the course of the day or several days. You know, this is the confirmation. You have the reason why this is happening is because you have an energetic cord with them. So if you have somebody from the past, you know, that keeps on popping up in your head, you need to clean your energy. We need to get rid of them, you know, and yeah, because it's something with you leaking energy and something with you, it's just like, it's like people are dumping things on you. And this is so typical angelic souls as well, you know, because angelic souls are, you know, empathic and sensitive, you know, don't want to hurt anyone. And it's nice. Yeah, it's nice. It's not so functional here on earth. Yeah, this is what I felt like. You came down here and it's like, what's happened to these souls? And what happened to my gifts, you know? So it's like almost like you feel also like a little bit frustrated. You're not in your true power. You don't have access to these very powerful gifts. And you know, there has been karma added to you because you had all these lifetimes as well. And then people are dumping things on you and your sensitivity is hard to handle. So it's like a little bit of a mess here. But for you, energetic boundaries, spiritual boundaries are super important. And self-love, and only have, you know, if you have people that are toxic, keep them as far away as possible from you. And keep people that are pink and fluffy next to you. Yeah, I mean, you want pink and fluffy because that's nice. And this will help you also. This will help you. Be flexible here with be fluid. Could be that you need to really let go of something that you know is not good for you. Okay, pile number 2. I think we're going to stop here. This was your reading. If you want to share your story in the comment section, please feel free to do so. Either way, pile 2. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. Some messages from Atlantis and Akashic Reading, and you felt drawn to this very interesting and a little bit mystical card here. We see a little, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but somebody wearing a cloak and a what is it called, like a light, and we have the mace. We have the wings of the angel, we have the thunder here, we have some mountains, and there's something that's lit up here. So let's see what we have here behind the tape. And we have guardian, preserve, protect, defend, and shelter. Okay, I'm getting like a lot of like something like a mystic, like the energy of the mystic almost here. Immediately in pile number 3, but let's dive into your reading, and we're going to do that by preparing the first half. We are going to take one significator card from this tarot deck. We're going to take a couple of more tarot cards from your main deck, and then one card each from these smaller decks. And these 2 decks are my own, which you can get with free worldwide shipping on my website nordicl.com. Okay, so let's just start. So what are the messages from Atlantis to pile number 3? You know, Atlantis is this very, 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 very old, almost first civilization here on Earth, where there were a lot of starseed, angelic beings, light beings that started their incarnation here on Earth. And the Akashic field, the Akashic records is an energetic library almost, you know, an energy field which we can tap into to channel messages, everything past, present, future about our souls, but also, you know, all the information that we need about the whole universe actually. So yeah, so we're just gonna see what we're gonna get from you for you. Okay, you got 2 of those. Okay, we are ready. Solar plexus chakra, wood, and the guardian. Where is some kind of protector? I'm getting like something with you working in a crystal temple and how that got destructed, or how something with dark forces taking over your crystal temple. Okay, let's see. Let's look at these cards as well. We have Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you were the guard. Like, Queen of Pentacles also makes me feel like you were the guardian of a specific place. It doesn't even feel like it's a crystal temple. You were alone here, so it's like almost a part. I don't even know what to call it. It's like I see what it is, but I don't know what to call it. Like some kind of energy. It looks like a sun. Something sun. Yeah, solar plexus chakra. Sun like, what's it called? Like a sun wheel, like a sun clock, sun, something with the sun, you know, and it's like a disc gold, but it's in the ground and it's big, and there's like also like a temple there, and you were like something, you were the guardian of this. You were protecting this, you were the guardian with Queen of Pentacles. Makes me feel like you were the guardian. We have Page of Wands. You had people helping you there as well, but you were like on the one who was like the one who was taking care of it. We have two of Swords, and we have Knight of Swords. Who is this sneaky, sneaky Knight of Swords? Just felt like a sneaky energy coming in here. So, I'm getting a very interesting message here. Pile number 3, yeah, very, I think, you know, many people pile 3, you are more on the mystic side. Something with symbols makes sense for you. Like, I feel like you like symbols and sacred geometry and even sounds. And you know a lot of things that not a lot of people know. Like, you have like a lot of knowledge, and something with carrying sacred codes. You have put, this is a weird message, but not, it's not a weird message, but you have saved something here. So the message that I'm getting here is like, so Atlantis had a golden age, and it was wonderful, it was beautiful, it was, you know, filled with all these souls that had this high vibration and talents and gifts, and we lived in a community, and there was dolphins, and there were unicorns, and there was crystal temples, and there were like all these kind of things, and the water was beautiful, and the trees and the planet was healthy, and everybody was happy. And you know, it was a thriving society, thriving community. And then, you know, there was dark influences started to come as well, because they saw like, oh, we can come here. And also people turned more to greed. The ego started to develop. And this was the beginning of the fall of Atlantis. So let's take it to from the beginning here. So you, pile number 3, you were a guardian, a priest or a priestess. I like a guardian, priestess here of a certain area of Atlantis. And I keep feeling like you're not in the city, in the midst of the city, but was like a disc, like if something with the sun. I don't know what you did with the sun. You have a connection to the sun, yeah. Something with you and the sun. And even the moon. Sun and the moon, but stronger the sun. And it was like almost like you were harvesting the sun's power. Yeah, maybe, you know, like sun, what do you call it? Sun power. Why can't I find any words? You know what I mean. Yeah, but it's something with harvesting the sun's power, maybe for electricity and things like this. And you were doing this in with also with your kind of like spiritual powers. You were doing this. Queen of Pentacles, yeah, something with the sun, something with like helping the farmers. Something could be something with controlling weather, because we have thunder here. So yeah, many of you, something with controlling weather, earth. You even today you have a strong connection to animals, to weather, to the trees, to the earth. Things grows when you put your hands in the soil. If you could have a blockage, and then you would say, no, that's not true, that's because you have a blockage. You're blocked, your true power. But you make things grow here with Queen of Pentacles. Page of Wands, you had people working with you, under you, helping you. So you were like a teacher. You were like the main guardian, main priest. And then something happened. Two of Swords. Two of Swords is you protecting it. Knight of Swords. Then all of a sudden, you know, when you lived very long time in Atlantis. You were a part of Atlantis. Pile number 3. I think you feel it in your bones. Like Atlantis is very. It feels even so. Maybe even seeing this reading, you were like, oh, I have to watch this because. That's how strong your connection is. You went through the beginnings of Atlantis. You went through the Golden Age. You went through the fall. But you were smart. Pile number 3. You escaped pretty fast. And you took something with you. You took something with you. And what you took with you was the knowledge. Even the maze here. It's like you compressed the knowledge, the secret codes, the secret alchemical codes to harvest and unlock something with the sun's power. Because you know, if this ended up in the wrong hands, they could destroy the planet almost. So you took that and you escaped. Two of Swords, look at you protecting this. Knight of Swords comes in here. Like a sneaky little sneaky man, you know, wearing the red here makes me think like he's sneaky. Even the angel here with the red wings, you know, it just gives me this sneaky feeling. Knight of Swords, you know, in the shadowy aspect can be a little bit sneaky. So when you're like, no, you know, you're wearing the white here, you're like, no, you're closing your eyes and you're saying, I'm not giving you this information. You're closing the channels, closing your eyes, and you took it and you ran. And you're like, I'm going to hide this somewhere. And there is, you know, according to history or according to, you know, myth, we can call it myth, there are crystal skulls, you know, and there are other things, artifacts and things hidden all around the world. They are carrying certain information about Atlantis, because Atlantis was a very high evolved society, community. And yeah, so you hid something, and I'm very curious where you hid it. And this is what you did. Yeah, you protected, you defended, you hid it somewhere. I don't know where it is. And of course, we're not supposed to get it in the reading, because that would mean you didn't hit it that good. So something makes me feel like I should take this one out. I don't know why, but all of a sudden I saw the selenite and I wanted to pick that out. So maybe you hid it in the selenite cave. But crystal skulls, yeah, maybe it is in the crystal skull. Maybe you hid it in the crystals. Crystals, you're going to be very drawn to crystals, pile number 3. Yeah, you can like, crystals are your friend. Crystals are your friend. Selenitos is a great crystal. Also, they're very, very cheap actually. And they're one of my favorite crystals. They're super high vibrational. You can get a big chunk, very cheap. You know, I have chunks here at home that are like 5 kilos. So yeah, that was a side message. Let's see what else we got. Escape and struggle. So they chased you. Pile number 3. So you escaped, but they also chased you, and you had to hide, and you had to hide, and you had to struggle. Something with leaving. Interesting card. Look at this with the white horse, and also once again the blindfold, but also with the butterfly feathers here. Like you had to hide who you were. I think somehow, you know, because of course, you know, so you escaped. You're like, okay, now these people, the corruption of Atlantis, the corrupted people of Atlantis now are coming towards me. They're going to take over this place here, and they're going to misuse it. So you're like, okay, I need to get out of here. So you packed your things, and I keep seeing like how you're like, You do something energetically, and you like kind of put all the information, compress it, and then put it in. I actually do see like this crystal skull. I don't know why a skull, but yeah, this is kind of like, it could be something else as well, some other artifact of some kind. But I see you put it there, you put it in your backpack, you ride maybe on your horse, but you escape. I heard, no, I went by foot. So you escaped by foot maybe, but yeah, I see how you escaped, and they came after you. And then, you know, you were hiding, and then Atlantis fell, and then you had to like, because when Atlantis fell, like people of Atlantis that survived, because many people also drowned or died kind of in the waves and in the storms and all these things, you know, that created, the reason why Atlantis fell was the misuse of power created like this, I think, havoc in the earth and in the weather, and you know, things explode. It was just like something like this, I think, you know, that happened. So people immigrated souls, they escaped to Egypt, and you know, that's the beginning of the ancient Egypt history, and to Peru, Inca, Maya, to Hawaii, to Bali, to India, to Tibet. So we have all these ancient civilizations. Actually, you know, it comes, a lot of these, you know, we have so much India, you know, Hinduism, the deities, you know, all these superpower souls. Where are the superpower souls? Are they all gone? No, of course not, because we lost our powers. But in those times, we had powers like this, you know, and the Norse gods, you know, and all these things comes from, it is, you know, it all comes from the time where light beings, star seeds, incarnated angels, souls like this, souls like us, you know, we were still in our powers and things were more crazy. Yeah, it was more crazy. And now, you know, we don't have it anymore in the same way. So anyways, it feels like you had to hide a lot and travel through like a lot of places and hide who you were and protect this. And it was a lonely work. Yeah, it was a very lonely work. You had to like sacrifice yourself. Yeah, you had to sacrifice yourself to protect, defend, and shelter this this information. But it also means that you know where it is now. And I'm very like curious if this resonates with you, pile 3. That's so cool. Yeah, that is so cool. Yeah, very cool. We have Mercury. Light of the messenger, and Mercury is connected to the magician, the major arcana, the magician. Yeah, this is you. You are a magician. Clear your mind. So yeah, communication, mind, thoughts, information. Yeah, you're keeping this information safe. We also have on the shadowy aspect of Mercury, lying and trickery. Lying and trickery. These are Knight of Swords here. Sneaky sneak. Sneaky sneak wants to get this thing. And the world is not ready for this information almost. And somehow it feels like you have the key. They're showing me you. It's so funny. They're showing me you. And they're showing me that you have a key around your neck. And I'm not kidding, but because the key is like this big. Like a big, like I don't know why they're showing it so big. But they're showing like you have this big key. So something like it's your key, you have it. And it's like you can't miss it somehow maybe because it's so big. Or why is it so big? I don't know. But this is the way they're showing it. Resolution and peace. Wow, resolution and peace. That's good, goes very good together. I have to say, like, I think one of your soul wounds, because time of Atlantis, lately I've been hearing the Atlantis wound is one of the most important wounds because that's kind of the core wound. So I think like one of your core wounds, Atlantis wounds, if you haven't healed it, has to do with something with the country that you're living in, something maybe with moving countries, something with having to escape, something with being attacked, maybe being in war even, or feeling like you don't belong in your country, or having to hide who you are, or feeling like an imposter because somehow you're hiding who you are, in something with like not being able to, I don't know, or it could even be people like very sneaky about you, and like when people come close to you, they're like, it's like they think you are hiding something, or they think you are like some gift, or it can take any form like this, but it's pretty, this is an interesting pile, yeah. This is I think you're a very interesting person, pile number 3. If this resonates with you, I think you're a pretty interesting person, yeah. Transformation. So we have more butterflies here. Why? Like, and look at this, the yellow and the sun. So something with the sun's power. And isn't it interesting how dull everything is here? The war came, or the struggle came, and everything became dull. And here you are in your cloak, and you know, you're like, okay. And this is where you hid it as well. But look how dull it looks here and dark. And then we have the sun. So yeah, something with the sun is very important for you. Harvesting the sun's power. Harvesting the sun's power. And keep getting like something with your country, or maybe your origin. Like I would say race that you were born into. I don't know what to call it. Yeah. Or the country you were born into, or the family that you have. There's something just like that somehow needs to come to some kind of peace and resolution here. It's like you carry this feeling of being different. And the thing is, you are. Like, you carry this feeling of being different. It is because you are. You always had this very specific role, even at time Atlantis, that, you know, not many people could. You were the teacher even. We had Page of Wands here. You had people working under you, I feel like Page of Wands is. So you were teaching them, but nobody, like, you were the master here of this specific task. And so it makes you still, it's almost like you're still carrying this within you, and you feel like, okay, I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. And I don't know if you think it's bad or good. It's actually, I think it's pretty nice. Yeah, I think you're pretty interesting. I think other people think you're interesting as well. I think you have like a lot of knowledge and yeah, a lot of knowledge and wisdom over things that not many people know about. Okay, let's see what else we got. Ground. Smoky quartz with ground. Every time I go to like, where is that crystal thing? I just feel like it's completely stopped. It's like they don't even let me try to channel it. So you're really protecting something very strongly. And maybe you have a very strong integrity, because this is what I'm feeling here. Strong integrity, strong boundaries. I think this is pile where you're very strong in your character and strong in your beliefs. Even believing that you're different, and that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Just be resolute. Just be peaceful about who you are. It's very important that you accept who you are with peace, and it's nothing wrong with being different. And it's actually great. Yeah, I think it's great. Yeah. We have offer. Yeah, you sacrificed yourself with offer here. Yeah, you sacrificed yourself to save. But this something caused like a disconnection here. There's something like, the sun can also be your ego. There's something here that's just like pile number 3. A part of your ego is a little bit stubborn. A part of your ego is like a little bit, I wouldn't say arrogant, but kind of like stuck in its ways, which is hindering you from growing into the next state. And it's also, I think actually you can't yourself, even if you have this big key, this big golden key hanging around your neck, you can't access this information you can't even access this information because something happened with the Two of Swords here. It also symbolized like kind of your ego now. I feel like something happened where it's like maybe even to protect, people from stealing these ideas or stealing this information, It's almost like you locked off, you closed off a part of yourself. So if you don't remember it, nobody else can steal it from you, almost. Like you are keeping it in your brain. Yeah, I don't know, like locked it somewhere maybe in your brain. And there's something with arrogance, there's something with ignorance, there's something with the part of your ego that's stuck in its ways, and something like with you being different, or you somehow being detached. And it's because we see Queen of Pentacles here. When you were the Guardian, you were Queen of Pentacles, and Queen of Pentacles is very warm, earth, earth. All the earth signs are feminine energy. So something with you were more open and generous and giving and loving, and you were taking care of your pages here and teaching them. You were harvesting the lands. I see you were like, yes, you were taking care of the sun thing, but you were also taking care of the lands and the crops and the rain and the thunder and the storm and the things like that. So it's like something in your brain. I had like I think third eye, it needs to, and I feel a little bit fear here. It's like you're scared of accessing your power because you're scared somebody's gonna take it and then cause destruction in the world. Ground. I see you hit. Yeah, I know you hit it. I keep going there. Like, where did you hit it? Yeah, I see you hitting it. You really hit the thing. You really hit things, and it feels like, oh, this is such an interesting reading. Yeah, such an interesting reading. Make a decision. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in this situation? Accept divine guidance or pointing you toward your own joy. You deserve it. The feather and the heart. I think you made a decision and you sacrificed yourself. You sacrificed yourself to keep this safe. But in the process of sacrificing yourself, you also locked. You locked certain gifts that you had, and you locked off a certain part of your brain. So nobody could steal this. Nobody could sneak with the Knight of Swords and the Mercury Mercury, you know, is connected to the mind and communication. Nobody could sneak into your mind. Look at this Two of Swords. You're like, okay, I hid it, but I'm also locking myself off, and I'm hiding so that you cannot steal this from me. So now this is also, you know, something about reopening this again. Look at this transformation, resolution, and peace. So this is like something, it's not just unhealed, it's also very important kind of that you somehow reconnect with the sun, and because this is your gifts. Yeah, this is your gifts. Mother Earth, something with Mother Earth, Gaia. You're very close to Gaia. You're very close to Mother Earth. You're really a protector of Earth and the animals and the trees, and the weather is your friend, and the soil. And yeah, so just see like all this is so nice. It's like this is so I think there's like something where you need to learn to face the fears, or crack open a part of your ego that's very set in its old ways, that hinders you from opening up the throat chakra, third eye, and crown chakra, and helps you evolve and open up your old gifts and abilities. Hold your center. This is the paradise that you lived in. This is your paradise. And the paradise is within you. But it's like you're locked it off a little bit now. Or I think it's almost like completely locked. Yeah, that part of the paradise. And look how you're opening up here. And look at the white dove here. Symbolizes once again, look at the white dove 2 times. Peace. 2 times you have the white dove here showing peace. Resolution. These 2 cards go so good together, you know, with the olives here. Even this looks like Mary Magdalene. I don't know why. Think about Mary Magdalene. So maybe you have a connection to Mary Magdalene as well. And the last card here is Heart Compass. Yeah, I interesting. Because I'm getting like on one hand, like you feel like almost like a little bit like set in certain ways, set in certain ideas and thoughts and beliefs and things like that, thinking that maybe you're different and a little bit like closed off from maybe other people and things like that. But when we tap into your true energy here, before you sacrificed yourself and, you know, you went off alone and you had to flee and you have to, you know, hide who you were, and, you know, all these ego and trauma and situations created within you. You were so loving, so soft. You were part of the earth. You could make it rain when you wanted. You could make the sun shine when you wanted. I see you sitting in a circle. You're teaching almost your students these things. You're talking, you're teaching. And it's like you're so connected with everything. And you're in your master role, you know, and the heart is your compass. So it's getting back to this. Yeah, it's getting back to this. You need to get back to this. And I think I keep feeling like something with your head. like I feel like something with meditation is what's going to help you the most. Meditation is what's going to help you the most. And to observe the way you think about things, observe the thoughts and the beliefs that you have about yourself, and start questioning them. Is this really true? Am I like this? Is this who I am? Who am I? Is this who I am? To crack open that ego and to find kind of yourself again. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what else to say. Pile 3, this was your reading. Yeah, it was a very, very fun reading. I really liked this. I almost like it the most today. Yeah. Can't remember the rest of them, but they were great. All of the readings today was great. Pile 1 and Pile 2 went very good together. So yeah, anyways, let's just stop here. Pile 3, this was your reading. If you want to share your story in the comment section, please feel free to do so. Either way, Pile 3, I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.